What's going on, everybody? This is a segment from the Nerdgasm Talk podcast. If you like podcasts, well, why don't you come join us as the crew gets silly and Philly while we sit to talk about the latest in comics, games, movies, and all things pop culture. You guys can listen to our whole show on all the podcasts apps. We're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever you guys get your podcasts from. And make sure you guys also support the channel by subscribing to the Nerd Coalition Studios. And for the gaming needs, make sure you subscribe to Nerd Coalition Level Up. This is the Nerd Coalition. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. And now, feel the Nerdgasm. Alright, so first off, look, me and Swag went to go see Ant-Man Quantumania on Friday. Opening night. When was the last time we've been to an opening night? Of like a movie?
I have no idea.
Like, we usually go like...
Opening night or opening... Was it opening night?
Look, because you know they had the early screenings on Thursdays. They always do that, but opening night was Friday.
We saw it Friday? I thought we saw it Saturday.
We went to go see it Friday night. Remember, I got off at 10.
Okay, that's right. 10.
Yeah, we went to go. That's opening night. It came out the February 17th. Officially.
That's right. Okay, I remember. Yeah. I don't know why I thought it was Saturday.
The last Marvel movie I can remember like going to on opening night, like on the actual night it released, not that Saturday or anything like that, or even that early screen on Thursday, was probably Black Panther?
For me, it was Spider-Man.
No Way Home?
Yeah, I think I saw it
that on
Thursday.
Saturday. No,
yeah,
okay,
I saw it Thursday.
So when I say open, I'm talking about that Friday.
Okay.
I ain't talking about the early screen on Thursday, because I'm about to say, because we could talk Infinity War and Endgame and all that stuff that we did on Thursday.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And of course, you see a lot of stuff on Saturday. I'm talking about the actual Friday night opening night.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's been a while. So, my expectations was not as high for this movie as it's an Ant-Man movie. But I did.
Yeah, I think that goes for everyone, to be honest.
Unfortunately,
as far as expectations.
Unfortunately, this past weekend, people in a lot of different things, pop culture, had expectations kind of high for the NBA All-Star Game, for Elimination Chamber, and for this movie. And I was just like, y'all need to really lower your expectations for real, or y'all going to end up getting yourselves upset. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes usually. Well,
like a Nintendo fan.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. So, we went to go see the movie, and so right now we're gonna give you some of the good, the bad, and then we're going to the spoilers. So right now I'm gonna start off with the good. I'm gonna start off with my good, and most of it is all about surrounding Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror. I felt as though that Jonathan Majors is enjoying playing this part, because if anybody who's seen Loki, spoiler alert, that He Who Remains, that this Kang the Conqueror going to Secret Wars, we got multiple versions, multiple variants of Kang. So Jonathan Majors has to bring something to each one. And the last time we see Jonathan Majors in anything Marvel was at the end of Loki as He Who Remains. So when he comes on as Kang, the whole demeanor is shifted.
Yep.
It's changed. This man, he went from being silly, animated, and actually funny to being quite intimidating.
Yep.
Quite threatening, and like, this is somebody you do not want to fuck with. It was
I was gonna say I liked him because it's this role is really. They need a good actor for this role.
They do.
They need someone to really be like, "Yo, you got some acting chops," and Jonathan Majors just got it. So I'm glad they picked the right person for it.
I do agree. First of all, if anybody's seen any of Jonathan Majors' work, you will understand why Jonathan Majors is good for this role. Especially, like, I loved him in Lovecraft Country. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I don't still think you have seen that yet.
I haven't fully seen it. I seen him in, I think it's The Last Man in Stanton or Last Man in San Francisco. I forgot what the title was. But yeah, it was him and his brother, and they were moving. I think it's Last Man in San Francisco.
Okay, well, I mean, he did that. He did The Five Bloods, which was pretty. He was really good in that one as well. And like I said, he has just been like on that call. He's been showing up a lot, and I was like, he is a good casting choice. And like I said, I know people may have been upset by the whole race thing. I'm just like, but it's Kang. Who gives a fuck? Like I said, not me personally. I'm taking the win here.
Look, if Reed Richards is black, because we already know how they're related.
Yeah, so boy, let me tell you something. Well, watch the world burn, right?
John David Washington.
Oh no, please don't. I'd rather bring in Baby Denzel and I mean Boyega. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I thought he was for me the best part of the movie. Another things I like. I mean, I'm Michelle Pfeiffer, Mark. I like Michelle Pfeiffer. Okay, so I can't get
bit too much.
What you say?
A little bit too much,
probably. And I'm just like, so anything Michelle Pfeiffer is, I'm gonna like. Her character did annoy me in this movie a lot, and then Paul Rudd as Ant-Man is going to be great. He that's his role. I don't want to see anybody else as Ant-Man but Paul Rudd. And he does that. He delivers that charm and stuff of Ant-Man to the movie. Same thing with Michael Douglas. The whole family dynamic is still what it is in all them other Ant-Man movies. This is an Ant-Man movie. Yep. And that's a lot mostly of where my good goes. How about yourself?
Same thing. I liked Paul Rudd acted. I like Cassie. I really enjoy Cassie's role.
You love probably because you love them teenage girl roles, and not in that way, everybody. I'm put it out there. Not in that way.
Let's clear the air real quick. Let's clear that air real quick.
I'm about to say, he ain't no cradle robber, but I'm just saying. But yeah,
it's just I don't know. It's a like same thing with like Kate Bishop. I really enjoyed. Haley Steinfeld. I was already a fan of her as an actress. So just seeing that, like, I don't know, this role just like
those
I can't
heroes you like Miss Marvel and Kate Bishop and all them, like those is your jam.
Yeah, it's something about. Now I did see something where someone was like, the previous actress that played Cassie, was more emotional in Endgame. They showed more emotion than this girl did in Endgame that she did the whole movie. And I'm like, well, if we're comparing the two. One lost her dad for years. The other one has been with her dad the whole movie. So there's two different acting dynamics. Y'all gotta.
I agree with you on that.
Give her a break. Give her a break. She did very well. I like I remember you said the freedom fighter when we was talking in the car.
Yeah.
The blonde freedom fighter. I like that description you gave us. So
yeah. The blind freedom fighter. The blind. The blonde. The blind. Yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah. There's parts I like. There's parts of her I not too much. Things I did not like too much about Ant-Man. Me personally, this is not a spoiler. This is not really a spoiler yet. But I'm saying, but if you just look at a scene from Quantumania, and especially in 90% of the movie, you think you're watching Star Wars.
I would say that, and the only other problem I have is just like we're just in the same world. Like it didn't really feel like there was much variety in what we were looking at.
Bro, I'm glad you said it. I felt like I was like, this is like it felt like a Tyler Perry thing. Like this is the same set. Like y'all just went behind that building.
That was my problem with the trailer. I was like, bro, we haven't gone anywhere. I was like, guys, can we go somewhere?
Yeah, but even when they was traveling, I was just like, y'all just drove down the street.
The same complaint people were having about No Way Home on the bridge was the complaint I had about this movie. I was like, bro, I swear we've been in that same scene 6 times. And it was like, either we're just in a lighter version of the quantum realm or the darker version of the quantum realm. And they really didn't explain what the quantum realm was. It really was like Star Wars. And I was like, okay, what are the... Can we explain something?
Yeah. Like it felt, honestly, come from writing, which I actually is one of the questions I'm going to ask you later. Come from writing, it felt kind of flat. It felt kind of like lazy? In a way, or would you not use that word lazy?
I wouldn't use lazy. I would just say this wasn't the best for Ant-Man.
No, first of all, Ant-Man felt out of place in the movie.
Yeah.
Like this felt like I like this. You sure it's Ant-Man? This don't feel. And the one that you said that I agree on 100%. Even when I slipped on, I was just like, damn. It was like Killing Me Softly with his song. It was Ant-Man works better as a heist movie. Yeah, and I said, damn, he right. He's 100% right there.
So much better. Well, that's one of the reasons I enjoy Ant-Man so much, because I'm like, get the Mission Impossible flair, kind of. I mean, not like Winter Soldier, Mission Impossible, but like a low grade like spy movie. I'm in. I'm totally in. Which was what the first two movies were, and I was expecting that with this, seeing the trailer where Kang was like, "I need you to steal something for me," and I'm like, okay, we get a heist movie in the quantum realm. You could add so many layers to this.
You really could.
And I was like, when I saw it, I was like, wait, that was the heist? That's it? So
yeah, I was like, it wasn't even much of a heist. It was more such like a
hey, just walk in, grab it, and go.
And I was like, I was like, oh, so this is really what the whole thing of the movie is right here. Gotcha. Yeah. Got it. There was another thing I was not a fan of MODOK. I'm sorry.
Dog. Man.
Now I'm not gonna tell y'all who it is because they can kind of cop down here, but I was not a fan of MODOK and I was not a fan of his design.
Yeah, that was Jordan Lopez and Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah, boy. That was just I was like, oh, and I felt as though like it's gonna be kind of like a joke thing, but for those out there who know, I felt as though MODOK got the Taskmaster treatment. It did, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Right? And don't just do things for... Okay, look. Because this is going to be a contradicting argument. I already know it. Because I'm the kind of guy, like, you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't just change it for the sake of being changed. But then on the other hand, you're going to have people that's going to be like, well, what about the race changing? What about all that kind of stuff that didn't need to necessarily be changed? You can look, you know what I'm saying, you can make that argument back and forth differently all night. But I'm talking about when it comes to, they break down, not just talking about somebody who's the race and that's like we're in a different universe and this person can be different things in different universes. I'm talking about when you strip the character down to build it back up into something new that didn't even need to be happening. Mm-hmm. I'm not a fan of that, and that's what happened with Taskmaster and Black Widow, and that's what happened with MODOK in this movie. And here's the thing: I'm not gonna sit there and say I'm a huge MODOK fan. Oh, when I played the Avengers game on PS4, I was just like, yes, MODOK. Who gives a shit? I didn't say any of that. However, I was like, oh, damn, they gonna put MODOK in this movie? Okay, cool. That'd be kind of interesting to see how that works. I was like, oh, okay, I see what you did there, and I was It may have worked for some. For me personally, it didn't work for me.
Bro, MODOK was so much better in Winter Soldier.
Yes, and for those who don't know, it wasn't really MODOK, but obviously...
I was like, this is nearly perfect to make a modern version of him. And I was
exactly.
Like, I was like, bro, they just threw something away.
I was like, that would have been...
machine.
What'd you say?
Or a killing machine, whatever. I forgot what MODOK stand for.
Oh God, what's the acronym? Operating for killing. I forgot. It's gonna come to me. It's gonna come to me though. But yeah, the summoner for a killing machine. Yes.
Yeah, I was like, bro, you ain't do nothing.
I don't think he had a single body count in this whole movie
at all. At all. Yeah, this guy. I was like, bro,
everybody.
That was a waste.
It was a waste. Everything in the quantum realm didn't feel. Because I was like, okay, if the quantum realm is like people like really shrunk really, really down. But I'm like, but once again, I got the Star Wars feel too. I was like, there's different aliens and species stuff like that. I'm like, but so what is down here? You know, like what is truly the civilization down here in the quantum realm? And I felt as though it didn't breathe like Asgard breathed. It didn't breathe like Wakanda breathed. You know what I'm saying? Like, those places in those movies, we got to explore what the culture is in those places, right?
Yep.
They didn't do that with the quantum man. And I understand it's the quantum realm. It's like, is there really a culture down here? But I'm like, but it kind of is because y'all set it up to be one. There are living beings down there. And honestly, the way the characters were written, like the whole thing with Michelle Pfeiffer, like, oh God, what is her name?
Is it Janet?
Janet. Yeah, the whole thing with Janet and just like hiding the secret, and like y'all putting yourselves in more danger. It's like how you're contradicting yourself, saying I want to protect you in the same sentence, but you putting us in more danger by not talking.
Right.
That really bothered me. I was like, y'all smarter than this. This is teenage level dumb shit right here.
Y'all are scientists.
Come on.
Like,
how the hell you go up and you got this all the trailer of how Scott's daughter is built some to contact the quantum realm, and now you say something about it?
Yeah.
Even though she didn't know what they were working on, I'm gonna say, but even when as soon as she said quantum realm, she's still letting her talk.
My thing is, at the end of Ant-Man and Wasp, she was helping them with the quantum realm stuff.
Exactly.
And I was like, wait, you're contradicting yourself now at this point.
Yes, I'm like, okay, come on, what's going on here?
Yeah,
and like it's just the way that the characters were, like they acted their part. They were acted what was written to them. Because also the one thing about Kang is I felt as though as good as Kang is in this movie, and he's good. I think if y'all want to go see the movie, y'all should definitely go support Jonathan Majors for this role. Towards the end, it got kind of stereotypical villain type thing. Like,
yeah,
he didn't feel as threatening at the end as he did in the beginning.
Yeah, it is not a secret that Marvel has a villain problem.
Yeah,
where they just take out some of their best villains.
Yeah,
they're just gone. Like Killmonger, gone. Taskmaster, waste. Like
Loki's in wrestling terms, Loki's a face now.
Yeah, man.
Thanos done.
Yeah, it's like I'll get more to that when we talk about our spoilers, because it was one thing that I was like, I'm kind of bothered by that. But yeah, it's like, what can we do? It's not much we can really do about it.
Yeah. Continue.
But no, I agree with the whole Janet plot line. The Hope felt pointless in this movie.
Yes.
I was like, she's not doing anything. Like, at all. Like, no. Hank and Janet at least had like a plot line. Hope was just there. Hope was in there, like, I forgot Hope was even in the title of the movie. I forgot this was a Wasp. Ant-Man and Wasp.
Ant-Man and Wasp, right? Yeah, I forgot about that too.
Like, that's how much Hope just did not matter. Like, you really did not need her. And honestly, with the way she was standing on the whole vaccine thing, probably okay not to have her. But you know.
Oh god, I didn't know she was. Oh, that's right. She did have a little thing with that too, didn't she?
Yeah, she was against it.
Yeah,
just like I was against her. Just haircut. I was like, come on, guys.
Her haircut made her
Marvel,
look older,
baby.
Yeah, her haircut made her look older.
It did.
I was just like, I understand y'all trying to be comic accurate here, but I was just like, she just
like I liked it for what it was.
15 years.
It was just yeah.
So with those things being said, before we get into spoilers, I have to just get your grade on what would you grade Ant-Man and the Wasp Store on our grading system.
On our grading system, honestly,
I'm gonna see if we're going to agree or not.
Okay, let's give it a chance. I'd catch it at a barbershop, honestly.
I said the same exact thing.
I have no desire to see this again.
Yeah, I said catch it at a barbershop. I said, honestly, if you want to watch an movie, go back to the first one.
The first one was the best one.
The first one was the best one.
First one was the best one.
If you want to see it, if you want to just see a sequel so you can see Michelle Pfeiffer come back, go. You can go see the second one and see Ant-Man and Wasp.
The second one was cool, but it was nowhere near as great.
Oh, it wasn't nowhere near as good as the first one. No, not at all.
The first one was like, okay, this is Marvel like phase 1 good.
Yeah. Ooh, bro, preach to me. You know what I'm saying? Preach to me.
like I miss those days. I do miss those days. But it was like, look, we're hungry.
Yes, please stop talking about them, Joe. I'm sitting over there looking at my Blu-ray collection right now, just talking about some man, what an era.
Like they were hungry.
Yeah, they Here Come Eternals. I was like, I guess y'all full.
Yeah, plenty of room to dessert. I see.
Yeah. Yes, I say catch that. I say catch that at the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? So for people out there,
not saying it's a bad movie. I'm gonna have to go in my Keith Lee bag. For me, it was a catch it at a barbershop. For me, you may enjoy it. If you enjoy it, more power to you.
Cool. Keith Lee? You mean a wrestler?
Oh no! Oh, there's a new Keith Lee in town. Oh, he's a food reviewer on TikTok. You'll love him.
Oh goodness!
If you watch, you will love him.
Okay. I got to check him out now because I know about the wrestler Keith Lee in AEW. But yeah.
Oh yeah, no, this Keith Lee, he got that's his name now.
Oh, he said, oh.
That's his name now.
Okay, yeah, I agree. It's our personal way of how we feel about it. So,
go see it. I still recommend go see it. Yeah. It's a good time, but I personally would not see it again. Plus, my movie style has changed. My movie taste has changed over the years.
So. But I do agree.